So hello guys, this is Jonathan David, striker for Lille in France. And to my left we have Cyle Larin, striker for Mallorca in Spain. And this is the Striker's Corner. This is a podcast that was created to talk about football on the pitch, off the pitch, and everything in between. And today we have a special guest with us, Tajon Buchanan. No middle name? No middle name?
What's your middle name?
Trevor.
Recently moved from Brugge to Inter in January, becoming the first Canadian to play in Serie. So a little round of applause for him. And we'll try to upload these videos, I think every 2 weeks, maybe every month. So to follow up, like, subscribe, and follow on all platforms. And so yeah, let's get into it.
So we like to play this game called the Pitch Challenge. Basically, we answer tough questions from fans. So how the game works, you have a substitute where you can pass your question on. You have a yellow card, which is a pass, and 2 yellow cards, which is a red card, and you lose the game. So let's start.
I'll start us off. Question for Tajon. What's one aspect of your game you like to improve and get better at?
One part of my game that I'd always trying to work on, trying to get better at is my end product. Scoring more goals, getting more assists. I think you could always be better in those parts of your game, and that's something I'm constantly trying to improve on and working on.
What position do you play?
Yeah, I think my best position is a wingback, right wingback. I think that's where I'm most comfortable and where I can impact the game the best.
So if, let's say, obviously that requires a team to play 5. So let's say you're in a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Are you more of a right back or a winger?
Nah, I'm more of a winger.
More of a
I
winger?
have to be right wing, left wing. I think that's where I can influence a game the best.
Fair
But you
enough.
played right back at Bruges.
I played right back at Brugge, yes.
So you didn't influence the game that much. You joking?
I would like to say I influenced the game
No,
at
you did,
Brugge,
you did.
but yes, I
You
played
did.
right back at Club Brugge.
No, I remember. You did well. I remember. Yeah.
And was this like, you guys played what, 4-3-3?
Yeah, 4-3-3.
And was this like a decision from the coach? Did he come and speak to you at all about it, or it was just like in a training session he says, Tajon, go to right back, and that's how it started?
Yeah, it was obviously my time at Brugge. We had many different coaches, and towards the end, I think they felt they could get the best out of me as a right back, attacking fullback, things like that. So yeah, it was basically they just came up to me and said, you're gonna play here, and we think you can influence the game the best from this position. So yeah, I had to kind of just live with it at the time.
And no response. You didn't say no, I don't agree. I think I'm better as a winger. Just took it.
Honestly, at the time, it's more just like I'm just trying to perform and play as many games as possible. And yeah, so if they're saying I'm going to be the starting right back, I kind of just work towards that and try and play the best that I can.
Okay.
All right, I'll ask the next question. What was the worst part of the World Cup in 2022? Jonathan?
I think I was losing all the games, really.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a simple one. I think obviously we had high hopes in terms of being first to win a game, to score a goal, which we did. But I think maybe I wouldn't say the worst part, but maybe the biggest regret has to be, I think, maybe that first game against Belgium, because it was a game that I think was our best game of the tournament, where we started very hot. We were flying from all sides, and we had chances to score. And I think, to not win this game, or at least get a tie out of this game, really made things difficult, even though the other teams tied the other game too. But I think, if we start and, let's say, win that game, I think it changes everything.
Yeah. So you think we deserve more out of that World Cup?
I think you get what you deserve.
Yeah.
I think, it's hard to say we deserve more because we didn't really score, because to deserve more, to go further, you have to score, you have to win the game ultimately, and we didn't. So it's hard to say that we deserve more, but I think on that first game we can have regrets. Question for Kyle: if all three of us were to play on one team, what would be the formation and where would each of us play?
All three of us?
Yeah.
I mean, Tajon's the best at wingback position, so I'd have to play attacking. I'd play a 5-3-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play you as like a false 9, just roaming. Do whatever you want. Because I know you'll score. You give assist to score a goal. And like a striker that just holds the defenders up there. And T would also obviously be right wing back or left. I mean, it's good on both sides. And obviously I'm the striker there. So
I would switch.
You switch it? But defending in a 4-4-2.
But defending in a 4-4-2.
But the 5, like it's the 5, it's interchangeable. Like you don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like basically we almost play the national team.
Yeah.
You're not actually in your position attacking. You're actually moving. The wing back can come in.
Yeah, it's
free flowing 5-3-2.
So if you go into a 4-4-2 defensive, so you bring Tajon up to like a right mid almost, or is that more on the other side for the left full wing back?
No, I'd have him at a right winger, so he can help the right back. I mean, even if the right back goes, he's fast enough. He has the ability to get back there.
I would change that.
Personally, I think I will go. I like 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. So for me, I'd go you as a striker. Put myself as almost like a second striker, number 10. And I'll put Tajon on the right.
Yeah,
As a
that's
winger?
simple.
Yeah, a winger, right mid if you like.
But it's the same thing as my formation, 5-3-2. It's free flowing.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same, but it's all the same. What would you play?
In what, a 4-2-3-1?
No, just if all three of us are on.
All three of us?
We're on the same team.
I think, yeah.
But what would you play?
I think I'm with Johnny. I'd play a 4-2-3-1.
What did you want?
Have Johnny as the roaming player, number 10 role. You staying high, hold the ball up.
Don't
And
hold the
then-
ball up. I can do more.
Hold the ball up, get in the box, score goals. And then, me on the right side.
Right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
Yeah, I can agree on that too. So I'll switch to 4-2-3-1.
Well, you guys both played at Brugge at the same time. Obviously, I don't think it went how everyone hoped it went or what happened. But it's like a follow-up of the first episode. What really happened there? Like, what was the tea about that situation? Because I think you have more info to give than Cal did give.
I'll give the info now though.
You'll give the infos?
I'll give the info.
You want to start it off?
No, you started.
Okay, yeah.
You're there longer, so yeah.
No, obviously, yeah. My time at Bruges, I think, a lot of ups and downs. Many different coaches, which was difficult for all the players. And then, when Kyle came in at the time, new season, I was super excited to be able to play with, obviously, my Canadian teammate. He was coming off of, a very good time, scoring a lot of goals. And I just felt like at the time, maybe he wasn't given the opportunities of, some of the other players that just came in. And I think both of us never got into like a flow to be able to experience sharing the pitch together. And it was more when he was playing at the beginning of the season, I was injured, I wasn't playing. And then when I came back, I started playing. He wasn't playing anymore. He was kind of pushed to the side. And then so I don't think they really got to see what Kyle could bring to the table. And I think that was a major loss for them.
Anything to add?
I mean, I had before even coming, I had different teams to go to, and I chose Brugge because they're gonna play Champions League that year, and Tajon was there, and then and I believed in that the players they had were very good players and quality players. And I spoke to the coach, and he wanted me to come and said I'd play. And I mean, you're not guaranteed to play,
Yeah.
but obviously you want to play. But the initial conversation was I'm gonna play. I play because we're playing Champions League, got a lot of games, so that was the conversation. And preseason went well, and I just didn't get my chance in this season for whatever reason. They gave me different reasons, but I didn't believe it. But yeah, me and Tatum didn't really get to play together so much, and that's not what I expected. And sometimes it's like that. And but when we did play together a few times, he would always look for me. I said, "Just give me the ball," and he would just give it. Even if I wasn't open, he was giving it. So yeah, basically what that was.
How fast was the first change in coach? How fast into the season was that?
That season, they gave him until January. So we
Okay.
made it through first time to the round of 16 in Champions League. We weren't doing as well in the league, to be fair. So then they fired him then, and then a new guy came in.
Yeah,
In
that time
January.
I said I wanted to leave.
In
To go on,
January?
to go on loan, yeah,
Yeah.
And Radley was the team I chose to go on loan. I did well there.
Which?
Valladolid.
Okay, yeah.
And I did well, and so obviously, and I scored a lot of goals there, so I got my chance.
And did you guys speak at all before you signed?
In
Tajon,
Bruges?
did you speak to Tajon at all before you signed?
Did I speak to you?
No, you didn't. You
I
didn't
didn't
speak
speak
to me
to you, no.
still.
So you
I
didn't know he was
texted.
coming?
No,
I didn't.
He-
Personally, me, I didn't know Kyle was coming. I just
you did like a couple of days before I
a
said.
couple days before you told me.
Yeah, I told you.
But leading up to it, no, not at the time.
Okay.
And I asked you for give me number 17
You did, yeah, but you
because
didn't
I'm
get
17 on the national team. Why don't you give me 17?
I didn't give Kyle 17 because I personally want to be 17 on the national team. At the time, you didn't want to give it to me. So I was just waiting for that, that day that you finally said, Tajon, here's the 17. And that day finally came, and now I'm 17.
But you were 11 on the national team, so why didn't you take 11 at Bruges?
Nah, 11 was,
Oh, the year before was probably something.
yeah, 11 wasn't really, like, obviously I played with it with Team Canada, but
Yeah.
it wasn't really like a number I wanted to wear. I had a lot of success
17.
with 17, so it was always the number I wanted to wear.
In New England, you were 17?
Mhm.
Yeah. My birthday's on the 17th, so I have more. It means more to me.
So why'd you do it up now?
Why did I give him now?
Yeah.
I think I like 17, but I think as a striker, as a pure striker, number 9 is that number to have.
That makes sense. And they always say number 9. Like when I first arrived in Lille, I wanted, what was it, number 20? Even at first, I wanted number 16.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Ghent, I was number 16. But in France, they have this rule that 1, 16, and 30 are only for
Keeper.
goalies.
Yeah.
So I couldn't. So after that, I said, I'm number 20 national team. Let me go 20 for Lille. And they were like, oh, we saved the number 9 for
Yeah.
you. So we want you to take it. Number 9, has like a special meaning behind it.
Yeah,
It's for the striker. So I think in that sense, you're right.
Yeah.
It's meant for a number 9, someone
that's scoring goals, busting that.
Yeah, exactly.
We both score goals. I got a question for you, Jonathan. So soccer players are known for their fashion off the pitch. Who do you think has the best sense of fashion? I mean, in like the football world, and what is your sense of fashion off the pitch?
I think if I like something, I'll wear it. But to speak about other players and who I think are like the best dressed, I think Joe Willock, Reese Nelson. I think also you have Moise Keane, Rafael Leao, Tim Weah. I think in a way they're all similar in a way, but at the same time different because they add like their own little touch to it, which I find obviously some outfits I would say it's not for me, but some of them I really like, and I think for me right now, from what I see, I think they're the best. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I think most of it's the same, the style and the way. I think now it's more loose, comfy, but a touch of like a spark. And I mean, some players do have more outgoing outfits, but I think the best looking is more the chill and they have like a touch of something going on in the outfit or the shoes they wear or something. So I wouldn't disagree.
But to be fair, a lot of players nowadays they have stylists.
Yes,
They have stylists. They have people, and I wouldn't say picking out their outfit for them, but giving them examples and inspiration. And can you really give them all the credit? I'm not sure. You know, obviously it's something to wear it and it looks good on you, so it works. But are they really the ones really to give it all for the outfit? Or are they the ones coming up with the inspiration and everything? So I think, you know, even though they have good styles, I think it's a question to be asked.
I think in football, soccer, it's a lot of the player. I think in other sports like basketball, because it's different. They basically going to the game is a fashion show.
Yeah.
So I think those guys more have the stylist, but I think for football players, certain guys that's just by themselves.
Certain guys, yeah.
Certain guys.
I saw this one post from Sterling today. I think on Instagram they asked him a question about, you know, like because some players, you know, they come into training in the morning, you know, stylish, everything from top to bottom, and he's like, you know, I can't really do that for me. For me, you know, if it's early in the morning, just bring a tracksuit. I don't have time to wake up and pick out my outfit. And he's saying also all these guys, not all of them, but a lot of them have stylists. So I think if Sterling is saying that,
he probably knows.
must be some kind true.
No, yeah, I think it's definitely stylists because even for me, when I moved to Italy a few months ago, it was around the time of, you know, Milan Fashion Week and all that stuff. And, you know, I had people DMing me saying, you know, come out to here. I'm a personal stylist. I work with this player and this guy and you know, I could be your stylist. We want you to, you know, come out, do these photo shoots, stuff like that. So I think, yeah, it's definitely a lot personal stylists and guys helping out.
Depends
But
where
yeah,
you are, no?
it definitely depends. Also, I think some guys, you know, just have that love for fashion and they, you know what they're doing. But I think a lot of it also is personal stylist.
Yeah, at least fashion week over there.
Yeah, it's different. It's different still.
You're gonna get a stylist?
I'm not getting no stylist.
Yeah,
no.
you're
It's
getting
not
a
that
stylist.
serious.
You're getting a stylist.
It's not that serious.
And what do you guys more? The guy that just wakes up, puts on whatever he finds, you know, traction to training in the morning, or picking out your outfit the night before?
No, I'm not picking out my outfit the night before. I think when I wake up, I decide. Most of the time, I go comfy, but if I have to go somewhere after training, I will. It still won't be nothing too much. Just always comfy for me and relax.
I'm not gonna lie. My first few years being a pro,
Yeah,
I never ever picked out the night before, but I always, you know, you think about it. Yo, what am I gonna wear? What am I gonna wear today? Now, no, it's not that serious. I go straight, you know, tracksuits, you know, Nike gear, stuff like that, and you know, I only really ever dress up as if I'm, you know, going out to dinners and actually doing something in the gym.
But do you really have time in the morning? Do you have time though? Because I wake up, or me, from the time I wake up and the time I leave to go to training, it's maybe like 45 minutes.
But some players get up early.
Mhm.
I know.
2 hours before, have their coffee, breakfast, read a book.
Wow.
Shot like it's good. That's some players are like them, man. They love their coffee time.
So how fast do you pick an outfit in the morning, even though it's not something crazy?
How much time does it take you? Like 2-3 minutes?
Seconds.
Seconds.
Probably,
See that.
no, probably like a minute.
Even a minute is fine. You know,
Like
it's
if I'm gonna dress up,
yeah.
Nah, not if you're gonna dress up, but like a regular training day,
I train.
not gonna take you a minute. It's gonna take you at least, let's say, 5 to 10. It's not like you see one shirt, okay,
Those pants and after you're done.
Okay, if I'm not dressing up or anything, it'll take seconds. But if I'm gonna put something on, okay, it'll take a couple minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
5 minutes? 5 minutes is long.
5 minutes is long, but
5 minutes is long for me.
How good.
I like wear something plain and put on the nice shoes, I'm good. I think that's
how about you, Tajon?
If it's a tracksuit or something, it's seconds. I kind of already know. Like I'm
we're
gonna rock
talking
that.
about. Like
But if I'm going out putting on a fit, I'm trying on at least probably 2 fits. It's taking
in the morning.
no, like I'm saying if I'm going out for a dinner in the morning, it's quick. Like I already know I'm rocking
And
a Nike tracker. If I'm trying on like 2 fits, 3 fits, it's 5 to 10 minutes easily. Like you're trying on different outfits.
Okay.
No, if you're going to dinner with your girlfriend or wife, it's not that fast.
No, it's 5 to 10 minutes. I think.
Is it longer for you?
What?
Is it longer for you?
I mean,
At
you
the
just
max.
said, you just said it's less than 5 minutes. So
For me, yeah, for my own. If I'm
Okay, but
For
you're
the-
talking about your wife.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It does take long, that's for sure.
yeah.
So you just have to get ready an hour after her.
Exactly. That's what I learned.
don't swing that to
Actually,
me.
Johnny's. So, where would you like to see Canada soccer in the next 5 years?
I'll take my substitute and throw it to Tajon.
Tajon?
Yeah. 5 years is what?
Yeah, in 5 years.
2029? 1 year before the.
Yeah.
another
Where I like
World
to
Cup?
see Canada soccer, I think a true footballing nation. Many guys playing in Europe, people taking us seriously, having wins under our belt in the World Cup in 2026. And when it comes to international breaks, playing against top competition, I think that's what's going to be needed to progress this sport in our country, and yeah, I think we have to start treating it like all the European and South American countries when it comes to football.
Do you think we get disrespected as a football nation? Like when you guys were at Brugge or any club you've been at, like what do people really say when you say, "Oh, I'm going, national team Canada, I'm playing against," I don't know, sometimes we used to play against the Virgin Islands, do we get enough credit, or is it just their opinion on what's going on?
Yeah, I think we definitely do get disrespected. I think times are definitely changing. People are starting to respect us. I know 2022 World Cup, everyone looked at us at Bruges, like when we make jokes and stuff in the locker room, everyone was like, yeah, Canada's definitely going to finish last in the group. I mean, we did, so I can't really say anything, but I think leading up to it, they were already like not taking us seriously. I think we definitely did change heads at the World Cup, because even now in my locker room now at Inter, we're playing the Netherlands come in June, and guys definitely say, yeah, we play good football now. Speaking with some of the guys, so you definitely see that times are changing and they're starting to respect us, and obviously, yeah, because we have guys playing at top clubs and in top leagues, and they're starting to notice us.
Yeah, I think they notice what we have and the threats we have, and even for me, when we used to play these little islands, they wouldn't even know, the players wouldn't even know who those what islands are those, what countries were they, and now when the teammates ask who we're playing or we're playing wherever we're playing, they say like, yeah, you have a good chance of winning and we have a good team, and so I think times are definitely changing.
Yeah, I had a good question. I just forgot it. Yeah, okay. Question for you. What do you think went wrong in the Jamaica game at BMO?
A yellow card's a pass, right?
What is your card? Skip the question?
Yeah.
It's a skip question. Yeah, I'm not.
Skip it. Don't skip it.
I can use my yellow card. What's wrong with that? Huh? I want to use my yellow.
You don't want to answer?
Okay, he's a sub. I'll just bring it back to you.
Come on.
You actually, I'll go. Okay, you answer and I'll go off your answer.
So it's really hard to explain because obviously when you're on the pitch, things happen so fast.
Yeah.
You know, I think in that first half, we were very comfortable. Had chances, maybe could have scored more than one, but okay, you know, we have one.
Yeah, it's football.
In football, that happens. You can't score every chance. You have one, you're leading. I think will be maybe just we thought it was, you know, it was too easy. Maybe I think that's what we thought. I can't speak for everyone, but in my head, maybe, you know, it was just as 1-0, they didn't really create anything, we're dominating them. So for me, in my head, it was a bit like, you know, let's try to score more goals, put on a show for the fans, and, you know, so everyone can go happy. And maybe that was the wrong mindset to go out into the second half. And, you know, after the first goal, everything happened so fast. You know, you took your second one. Then after, we ended up scoring even. So after, we're still in the lead. But I think we just didn't manage the game well. I think it was a bit, I think our ego played a bit into this game because it's almost like we refused to accept that, you know, we're suffering against this team and in these conditions at home because we know how strong we're at BMO, and, you know, things like this don't normally happen, you know, at BMO. Once you start winning, teams are not coming back in. From what I remember, it never happened that we're leading and a team comes back and leads us. So I think, yeah, we maybe, you know, after Isma scored that second goal, maybe after we say, you know, we don't play anymore, we stay in a low block and we keep the result. And, you know, obviously I think if we did that and we win this game, a lot of people are not going to be happy saying, you know, how they can see how far has this association really come. We're playing at home against Jamaica and these guys are parking the bus. You know, a lot of people can say a lot of things, but I think ultimately
We made it to
the most important is, it's to win games and to proceed.
No, I think you're right. I think the first half went well. Could have scored more, and I could have scored more too, I think. But I think in the second half, we just took our foot off the gas and we're a little bit too relaxed. I think we forgot the quality Jamaica had, and I think we just we just took our foot off the gas, and knowing in front of a lot of Jamaicans. So once they scored, the fans got into it, and then but we did tie the game, and I think at that point we need to manage the game better because we're through at 2-2, and then just sit back and if we have to suffer, we suffer. I think it was a good learning lesson for all the guys, and because I think we'll go through it again. And that's football. The game changes fast, and I think you need to embrace those moments because it will come again, and we'll learn how to deal with it the next time around.
No, I think you guys said it perfect. I think the biggest thing for me was we didn't manage the game well. The second half, I think, yeah, like you said, we took our foot off the pedal, and against teams with quality, they punish you, and I think it happened so quick, and you know they punished us with 2 goals, and then it was like an eye opener, and then we're scrambling and stuff.
But, you know, we're all saying that we just didn't manage the game, and I completely agree with this, but like what do we need to do to change this? Like, who needs to speak up? Do we all need to like speak to one another, say, you know, what's wrong? Because I feel like it's always easy to speak after games, but during games it's almost like things happen so fast you can't really control them. But I think, you know, in a situation like that, we had to, and, you know, it's like, could I have done this, you know, could I have went down stop the game and get us a breather so we can speak about it. You know, always little things like this. But
So somebody needs to step up and say this is the plan. Let's embrace it and just 2-2 because I think not a lot of guys knew the situation at 2-2.
yeah,
The games went fast, you know, and
it almost looked like a 2-2.
we were out.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, we just wanted to get that third goal and win.
We didn't beat it.
But we already winning. So yeah, maybe you're right about that point. All right, question for Tajon. Obviously you came in to Inter in January, mid-season, which is never easy. Did the coach like speak to you or anything or explain to you like what your role gonna be for the team?
Yeah, I think going into the whole process of signing there and the transfer getting completed, they kind of already stated what my role was going to be. Obviously, it's different. It's how you adapt, how you perform. If you could settle into the team and stuff like that. But yeah, you have those conversations. I did have the conversation when I first arrived, and it was always, don't feel that you need to, show anything right away. We're giving you the time. Like, you didn't sign a multi-year deal to have to prove anything right away. And yeah, sometimes as a player, that's tough to process because you always want to play. You want to show everyone what you could do and make a difference. But yeah, so far it's just taking everything in. This is my first time playing in a top 5 league, playing for one of the biggest clubs, and being able to learn from the coaches, learn from the guys that have been doing this for years and years. So yeah, it's been going well so far, and I'm just taking it day by day and trying to adapt as much as possible.
Now to follow up on that, I was watching the Inter Atletico game, and it was going into extra time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw almost at the 90th minute you were getting ready to come on. So what happened in like those instances?
Yeah, and those are always the coach's decisions. You're in a time of the game where they just gained so much momentum. They just scored a big goal to bring it to extra time. The coach was trying to hold on. We had I think 5 center backs across the back 5. So obviously that's his decision in the moment. They're trying to make substitutions that's gonna help us win the game, and at the moment he just told me to keep warming up and they will revisit that. So yeah, that was the situation, and yeah, whatever the decision is, I know he makes it for the best of the team, so you have to live with that as a player.
But were you coming on? I don't know if he told you already or not, but were you coming on as a right wing back or were you going on for Thuram?
I think at the time they told me I was going in as a left wing back. So that was the situation. And that's all they said at the time.
So we want to ask more questions about you, Tajon, put you in the hot seat a bit. So my first question is,